nice. Just what I needed.
Did you get the cloth, dear?
Yeah, oh my, I'm all of 6s and 7s.
Let me.
Please stay where you are.
But I just thought Mrs. Bates would be feeling rather tight.
I'll get it.
Thank you, dear.
What's his game, then? What's he up to?
Superb flavour, this coffee.
Oh, good. It's not instant, you see.
The colour alone indicates that.
We'll see the damn thing.
It's on the draining board, dear.
Can't stand stains.
Oh, either can I, sir. Or do it of any description.
Did you know Patty very well, Mr. Martin?
What can I say?
Yes, well, I'll just take this back to the place where it's supposed to be.
I suppose it's a painful question.
I thought the world of her, madam. I really did.
But you sort of lost touch, did you?
I think I can deserve another cup of coffee now.
I've been in the United States of America.
Oh, I see. So, you didn't know about...
No.
How long is it since you've been back then?
2 days, sir.
Yes, you say you recognised me when you cannoned into me.
That's correct, sir. Superb flavour, this coffee, if I may say so.
Thank you.
Yeah, would you mind telling me when it was we last met?
What?
And where?
Do you mean to say you only pretended to remember me, sir?
I don't know why you're questioning Martin like this, Tom.
Well, Patty's not exactly in a position to say whether she knows the young man or not, is she, dear?
What on earth are you talking about, really, Tom?
She knows I'm here. She knows.
Don't be ridiculous. She can't possibly be aware.
We don't know enough about the human mind. None of us know enough about what goes on inside the head, do we?
Or the heart, Mrs. Bates.
We have to face reality. We have to see things as they really are. Do you think I want to?
They never did find the driver, you know.
No?
Hit and run, you see. It was raining.
He should be hung up on a steel rope and cut down while still alive.
It was 4 years ago, last Tuesday fortnight.
All I hope is that whoever did it dies full of cancer, screaming his head off.
Absolutely, sir. At the very minimum.
Yes, well, it was very kind of you to return my wallet, but if you want to get back into town at anything like a reasonable hour...
Yes, of course.
Oh, but you haven't finished your coffee.
Oh, I have almost, and greatly appreciated it was.
Oh, is anything wrong?
Did Patty never mention me to you?
No.
Well, of course, Patty had so very many friends from school, the art college, the tennis club.
It's just that I wasn't simply one of her many friends.
Well, of course, we don't remember every single name she talked about. She knew so many people. She was such a lively, friendly girl.
But she and I,
Well, it doesn't matter very much one way or the other, does it? Not now.
You and she were what?
Can't say with total confidence exactly what I was to her, sir. She can't speak for herself, and so I must be scrupulously honest in this house, but...
Go on.
But as for what I felt... I thought she was the most exquisite being in the entire universe. And yes, oh yes, she will always be for me the girl all the songs sing about. The girl with eyes like fallen stars.
You don't know, you can't know what you're saying.
Perhaps he does, Tom.
Will you let me stay with her?
Stay? Oh, that's not possible.
How do you mean, Martin?
The plain truth is, I once dared to ask Patricia to be my bride.
Oh, and she?
She turned me down.
I'm not altogether surprised.
Tom, how very rude.
To be more accurate, sir, she asked me to wait 4 or 5 years until my prospects had improved, or until she'd had time to put her thoughts in order.
You mean she...
Well, she never told us anything of this. Isn't that surprising?
To me, yes, it is.
But she was fond of you, was she, Martin?
She said so, and I believe so. I loved her. I always will.
But you never wrote when you were in America.
We agreed not to communicate until the period of separation and consideration was finished.
But now that you've seen how terrible...
Now that I've seen her, I know at last that a certain peace.
Peace?
Peace. The quietude that falls upon a soul when it meets and recognises ordained destiny.
Sit down, Martin.
Thank you.
Now, let's get things in order, shall we?
I think that would be very sensible.
These romantic declarations about love and destiny, you know, they don't necessarily
Tom.
signify...
What do you mean precisely, stay? What do you hope to do?
Help. To help.
Look here, old son, we don't know anything about you, not the first thing. I mean, you could be the devil himself for all we...
I'm sure you're a very nice young man, Martin.
Tell me, do you have a nurse or anything to see to Patty?
I wish we did.
It's not necessary.
Oh, hush, darling. There's a good girl.
Shh. So you wash her, Mrs. Bates, and feed her, and clothe her.
Yes, and lift her and clean up her... Yes, I do it. Go
I'd
on.
lend a hand too, of course.
You're out at your work.
This is a private matter, dear.
We never go out, Tom. Now, not ever. I feel as though I'm scraping my nails on the lid.
What lid?
The lid of my coffin.
Why do we have to be so bloody melodramatic?
It will kill you, Mrs. Bates.
Now, look!
I presume you go shopping.
I wish I could go shopping. Wish I could go anywhere. We can't leave Patty, and Tom won't let me get any help.
People are far more cruel and calculating than you think they are. You never know what they're up to. Not today, you don't.
My husband has always been a little, well, reclusive. But he's very kind.
Oh, I'm sure he is.
But I have to admit, I'm practically at the end of my tether.
Norma, dear, no. We live in the shadows, Mr. Taylor, and we can see no light.
Then let me stay.
What? For tonight, you mean?
A few days.
Oh, yes.
Where would he sleep, dear?
There's one bed already made up. I always make it up every day.
Oh, Norma, no, I don't think, no.
Patricia's old room.
Oh, that would be... I can't tell you what that would mean to me. Patricia's old room. Thank you.
What about your things?
Oh, my things.
Where are you living now, Martin?
In a hotel in town. Very dreary place. More what you'd call a boarding house.
You know what I mean? Your things.
Well, I can scrape along without them for one night. Just lend me a toothbrush, eh?
Oh, I'm sure we can find you something, Martin.
Great. Well, I'll just wash up these cups.
Well, there's
here.
no need for that. I can soon do it, Martin.
You stay where you are, Mumsy.
What did you say?
Mumsy.
That's what I thought you said.
That's how I think of you now, Mrs. Bates. I hope you don't mind too much.
No.
The kitchen, no doubt, is through here.
Yes.
One man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog went to mow the meadow. Two men went to mow the meadow. Two men, one man and his dog.
It's almost as though she's trying to tell us she's pleased.
Might as well say she's trying to warn us.
Don't be silly, Tom. Warning us? About what, for heaven's sake?